we're done. A lot of people have asked me, are you going to miss him? Don offered to give me a hug.
Really?
I thought of different reactions. Why? Or party! But really, I kind of stare like a deer in the headlights, and I think about when we started working together some 1 dozen years ago. And Dennis and I were cut from the same cloth. We both got on this department in about 1988, and we were single function paramedics. We both worked a lot. We were both assigned to the same stations, but at different times. And we actually never worked together as single function paramedics. Fast forward about 20 years, both Dennis and I are cross-trained as firefighter paramedics. Fate has brought us together as partners, and almost immediately we started headbutting and arguing. But before I get into that, I want to talk about some of the Dennis terminologies and mannerisms. See if anybody recognizes this. Okay! That means that Dennis thinks that what you're saying is bogus, and now it's time to move on. You're wearing fishnet stockings. That means you work a lot of overtime. Now let's see if some of the paramedics that work with Dennis recognize this. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, Dennis has gotten up out of a dead sleep, and he's either driving or he's attending to the incident. What does he say? Mike? I was on cloud 9. Oh, right. Every time.
I'll stand over here.
So, all right. So, I lost my place here. Okay, so,
slow. 1, 2,
yeah.
That.
But this is what is most interesting about Dennis is his charm with patience. And I'm going to use Mrs. Baker over here to do a little role playing. Mrs. Baker, you're a patient, and I'm Dennis, and I've just come into a room and you have an ailment.
Hello, my name is Dennis. It's an honor and a privilege to meet you. We're gonna have fun together.
When I first saw this sort of a smoke and mirror show, it was a little bit confusing, but what I found out was that this opened up people, allowed Dennis to make connections, and it really came out to be a positive in terms of response to patients and taking patients to the hospital. So, back to Dennis and me disagreeing and arguing when we first worked together. What we disagreed about was style, but our core values were really the same. We really cared deeply about the same things when it came to patient care. Dennis gives 110% in everything that he does. When there's work to be done, Dennis is the leader. Dennis is passionate about high standards in his work and his patient care and his personal life, and encourages high standards to everyone. This would include interns, rookies, firefighters, homeless alcoholics in the street, long ago given up by other people. I've heard Dennis encouraging him to get back into rehab. He has been recognized and has many commendations. A few years back, he was Firefighter of the Year. He is a true blue person who always is there to help somebody in need. I feel very honored and privileged from the bottom of my heart to call him my friend. Dennis, I know that in retirement, these values will not change. You have managed to keep yourself healthy, and that is not an easy task for the length of time that you have worked. Have fun traveling and visiting family and doing your projects. Thanks for the more than a decade making work fun to come to, even with your morning crazy, grouchiness. Okay.
really didn't prepare anything. I don't have anything to say. Dennis has heard this story as well as his family. But he was at Rescue 21 back when I was at Rescue 14, so we were neighbors. And back then, Dennis wasn't my favorite paramedic, like he is now. I always thought that he was a little bit high stress, didn't bring a calming feeling to the incidents. And when I got here, I saw my F11. I saw my roster of all the people I was going to get to work with, and I thought, oh, Dennis Baker. And I truly, truly, truly came to love Dennis. Dennis is relaxed. I know it's hard to believe for those of you who know him now. This is the relaxed version of Dennis. And he is one of the finest paramedics I have ever worked with. I could say that very easily. The only other nice thing I have to say about him is everybody else has the same honor that I've had for about 3 years now. We no longer have to work with him.
Skateboard?
No, thank you, Betty.
Skateboard, I know.
Let's get back for that.
Whatever, you know? Good luck to you.
Congratulations.
Do you know where I live?
That's it. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of stories about this. One, and probably the family's probably heard it before also. You know, it's we were on an incident, and Dennis came to my rescue. Okay, there was a. You remember this? You remember the story? No. Anyway, we get to the place, and there's a kid who is he's strung out on drugs, and we want to help this child. You know, so you remember this guy, right?
Nope.
You don't remember? You gotta remember this.
Nope.
So we're talking to him, and the guy is real, you know, incoherent. He's just kind of rattling, going on, and I'm standing there with, you know, my radio right here, and then Dennis is over here, and the guy kind of turned towards me as if he was going to charge me or something like that. And Dennis just immediately came across and jumped on the guy, tapped him down on the ground. And these two characters, had this guy in a pretzel hole that you've never seen before, right? And I just kind of stepped out of the way. Yeah, you remember that? Yeah. Oh, yeah. George and Dennis, these guys are like, I mean, Batman and Robin, you know, they jumped on this guy and they didn't hurt him, but they just restrained him and made sure that he couldn't hurt me. So I was happy. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Love working with you. Yeah, I miss you, brother. And I'll be able to tell you right behind you. Thank you very much. That's
Dennis, it was a pleasure working with you. Thank you for being the leader of this station when it comes to work, getting anything done. You stepped up, and you'll be surely missed. Okay? And as a retirement token to you, members of this station, we're gonna give you a little retirement gift. Yes. Well, I tried to ask you. I tried to ask you for your schedule, like suddenly, Dennis, what are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? What's your schedule like? And he was all over the place. Well, this week I'm gonna be here. This week I'm gonna be here. And I was trying to get dates from him that when he's free. So he never really gave me any dates. But members of the station, we have taken a collection, and we're gonna send you to Cabo. You and a +1 with accommodation. George.
That's to take your mom.
So, tell me the dates.
Okay.
When you're free, I know you have a bunch of trips lined up. Tell me the dates,
Okay.
and we'll get it going for you.
Very good.
And enjoy your time over there.
Thank you. Anybody else before I start? Good. All right. Yes.
Yes, you do. Go.
Come on.
So I just want to say, you guys all got And give him back as a papa watches for him to grow up. Now he's enjoying your excuses. When we call him, we can't say, I'm not doing what we could.
I can babysit.
No. We can give a lot of diaper changing to make up for.
No, not really. Anybody else? Good, good deal. One of the privileges that I have is actually coming to work. Serving with this group here. I didn't but I have a schedule, and most of you know my schedule. I come in the morning. I'm usually here by about 5:30. And I come in, and I do my thing, shave, brush my teeth, and then I go, hi, bud. How you doing? I don't know. Oh, pick it up. Got it. It's woo-woo. That's right. Okay. Here you go. Thank you. Oh, pick it up. So I come in the morning. I have my schedule, and I sit down in front of the locker, teeth are brushed, I shave, and I have my locker open. And in my locker, for the last few years, I've had kids' pictures. And I sit there with the kids' pictures, and I think to myself, don't do something stupid that's not going to allow me to go home. Because I have to take care of these kids. And then I sit there and I have in my locker, I have, every time we've gone on trips, if I go on a trip, Doug went on a trip, George went on a trip, we always bought something for our crew. And this Mr. Kumar guy, when he was in Hawaii, and he brought it back. And I look at that, and I go, I have a loyalty to my crew. A couple of Christmases ago, I was given this by my captain. That's also hanging in my locker. And I look at that too, and I think, I have a loyalty to my commanding officers and to the people above me. I don't want to be disloyal. I want to hold my levels here. So those are the three things that I have that I look at every day. After that, I come down, I put my stuff on the rig, and prepare myself mentally for the day. Put my equipment on, prepare my PPEs, personal protective equipment for those who don't know, turnouts and everything. Prepare myself. I go get a cup of coffee, and what do I do with them? After my cup of coffee, I go right out there, right out in the corner, get a chair, and I sit and watch the sunrise. That's usually my daily schedule. And some guys come over eventually, and I have guys sitting beside me, and we sit there, we have our coffee, and we watch the sunrise. It's a privilege to be here. I can't thank you enough. When I came on the job, and I was in the drill tower, and I finished up in the drill tower, Chief Manning at the time was commanding officer, and he came to said, and I wanted chief officer to take this badge off.
Thank you very much. All the best to you and your family.